Good afternoon, everyone. Today's presentation is regarding business analysis of a local business called Mytex Financials. Their mission statement is to provide best personalized financial services and advice in a professional and timely manner so that the clients can protect and maximize their wealth and achieve their financial goals. Looking at the business, it's a family owned small business. They're working from home. There are 3 staff members and 100 plus clients, mainly individuals, but quite a few corporate customers as well. The drivers for this policy is there was a phishing email opened by a staff member, and there was a data breach in a similar nature of business where there were fake tax returns involved, and the data was stolen from another same nature of business from their accounting firm. So the company want to be more cybersecurity aware and to meet their obligations. It's looking at their priorities, their asset priorities. There's customer data, their website, hardware, equipment, software, and their bank account. Stakeholders are chief executive officer, staff, and customers. We will be using cybersecurity framework to see where the current position of the company is. So there are different implementation tiers, tier 1, 2, 3, 4, which is partial, risk informed, repeatable, and adaptive. Looking at this company, there is no security policy exists. So we can see that it's on currently on tier 1 partial, where risk management practices are not formalized and there is limited awareness of cyber security risk, as we can see that the phishing email was recently opened by a staff member. With the new policies and practices in place, we will be taking it to tier 3, where there will be risk informed policies, processes, and procedures, and it will be reviewed on regular basis, and everyone will have knowledge and skills of the appointed roles and responsibilities. There are different kind of risks, cybersecurity attacks, ranging from denial of service attacks to malicious softwares and to password attacks. So these are phishing emails. These are some common types of cybersecurity attacks that can happen. The organization will have a process of whenever a risk happens, it will have a common process of identifying the risk, assessing it, selecting the risk control measures, implementing risk control measures, and then monitor and review to see how they can do better next time. Looking at the risk impact probability metrics and control recommendations, here are the main assets of the company, which is we mentioned earlier, accounting software. There is a chance of malicious software attack on it, and the accounting software will be not available for the duration of time if a malicious attack happens. The probability score is 4. It's likely. We will be mitigating that risk because this is the only working tool for the company. So we will need to keep it working. We will be defending it on installation phase. And with the training and awareness program, the staff will be even more ready to tackle it at earlier stages as well. The hardware, main hardwares include their computer systems and their printer. There is a chance of system failure, which the probability score for which is 3. It is possible, but we will accept it because it's not that big problem. And if needed, alternate computers, for example, can be arranged. Or, for example, if printer is not available for some time, we can go and utilize digital receipts instead of the printed ones for the duration of unavailability of the printer. Website denial of service attacks can happen. Again, probability score is 3. We will mitigate it by regular maintenance, and The client database, which is our main concern, and uh, looking at the recent attack of the same nature of business, we will be transferring this to the uh, cloud, because this is our main concern. Bank account, we can have financial loss if bank account is compromised. It's not very likely, that's why the probability score given is 2, because we already have our two-factor authentication in place, and there is a very limited access to the financial services in regards to staff members. When we look at the cyber attack life cycle, where what the attackers will be doing at each stage, and what the organization will be trying to do to break that chain. So, for example, at stage 1, the attacker is identifying and selecting targets, where an organization, the staff awareness and training program will help employees to tackle with that problem, and of course regular upgrades. At stage 2, which is weaponization, the attacker will be determining delivery methods, where it should be a phishing email or an SMS or executable files, attachments. The company will be tackling it with filtering URLs to block risky sites and block non-malicious softwares. Exploitation, for example, the attacker will be gaining initial entry to the target system, where in the company we will try to stop it with inspecting our network traffic and awareness on existing and emerging threats. Installation, the first 3 phases, that is unauthorized access, and the last 3, which is installation, command and control, and action and objectives, it is unauthorized use. So in installation, the attacker will be installing malicious software, but we will be preventing it. There will be no automatic installation. There will be limited admin access of users, and staff will be identifying and reporting malicious softwares immediately. At stage 5, which is command and control, the attacker will be trying to gain control of the system. We will be blocking communication to non-malicious URLs, and we will be blocking all outbound command and control communication. At the last stage, where the attackers will be achieving set goals, we will be monitoring traffic, and we will be implementing granular controls of applications. So those are different stages of cyber attack lifecycle and how we're gonna deal with it. Incident response, if an incident happens, of course there should be a policy in place. No one can be 100% secure, so with incident response plan we can effectively respond and minimize harmful effects of the incident. There are different stages, and each stage is we will be dealing with different things. For example, preparation. In preparation, we need to prepare for incident and how we will be responding to it. We will have an incident response team. Here, as it's a small organization, incident response team will be consisted of existing employees, and we will be providing required training and awareness programs as well. So there will be response plans, policies, procedures, and individual responsibilities will be identified. That is, for example, the users will be able to identify the threat and will be reporting it in a timely manner. Stage 2, for example, identification, where we will try to identify where it's a legitimate threat and the type, extent, and magnitude of the incident. At third stage, which is containment, we will limit and prevent further damage. There will be short-term and long-term activities involved. For example, short-term, we will be disconnecting impacted system, and we can block temporarily inbound and outbound communication, network communication. In long term, we can removing compromised accounts and doing patching vulnerabilities. In recovery stage, we will be restoring the system from the secure backup, uh, eradication, where we'll be testing and monitoring recovered system for any abnormal activity. And then the last one, we'll be going through the whole process, incident response process, and assess the whole process where we did well, where do we need further improvements. During all that process, there is one main thing which is notifiable data breach. Uh, Data breach notification is an important step, and it need to be done very carefully. Um, Here in MyTex Financials, under notifiable data breach scheme, we will be reporting notifiable data breaches uh, to the Office of Australian Information Commissioner, and people at risk will be also informed. The main thing here at this stage is when to report it and what to report it. That's the main concern. For example, if we are reporting it very quickly, too early, we will not have enough information and facts. But if we keeping it up to too late, then we might be compromising the trust of our customers if they came to know from a different uh, source. So we need to be very careful, and also right level of information. Sorry, it's written wrong here. It's NDB, not NBD, notifiable data breach. So we will also be looking at the right level of information, which will be including organization details, breach description, type of information, and steps for the individuals. We'll be reassuring our clients what's going on. We'll keep them updated. Honest and straightforward communication will be required at this stage. At the end of the overall process, we will have different kind of policies in place: security policy, acceptable use policy, password policy. All those policies will be in place, and the organization will be a lot more secure as compared to its current state. Uh, any questions? Thank you.